Hey guys, last fall before we got a frost, I went ahead and took cuttings of my Coleus, and it was Coleus I had grown from seed. So I'm so excited to get 2 years of Coleus from my seed grown Coleus from last year. But let me explain, these are actually not the cuttings I took. These are cuttings off of the cuttings that I took. And about a month ago, I took a look at my cuttings and they were quite gangly, a little bit unsightly. They definitely made it over the winter and rooted well, but they weren't the best looking plants. So I went ahead and took some cuttings on the cuttings, and look at what happened in a month. I hope you can see how well they've rooted in water. Now you can even take a Coleus cutting and just pop it into some nice soil. But I always think it's just easiest to pop it into a jar of water and put it in a partly sunny window. So I think I'm going to pop these into the rustic garden bed. That's where most of them were growing last year. I found that they did really well there because it was partly shady back there. And I just think that these green ones in particular add a touch of brightness. So let's go ahead and pop these in so they can get settled in before hot weather rolls in. I've got to get these all watered now that I've planted them, but I put a couple here at the end. Those will be a nice bright touch. And then I put some in the middle here. And some of them are green and white, and some of them are the really bright variety that has the white on it. And then here's another one with a touch of yellow. It's a little bit chartreuse when it grows in. And then I'll show you over here on the other side. I tried to keep the varieties all together that... Oh, it looks like I mixed it up a bit. This looks like one of the other green ones. I'm gonna move it. Okay. So I put the green and white variety over here. And that's next to the ornamental oregano, which is a reddish purple. So I think a bright green right here will look nice. And then I put a couple different varieties here. This is my favorite. Take a look at that. I wish I had more of that. I may be making a trip to get more of that. But I noticed that it has this type of leaf on it, and this one does too. So maybe that's the same variety, and that's why I put them together right here in the middle of the bed. And that's it, guys. I just kind of spread it throughout the bed so I knew there would be a touch of brightness. And Coleus do really well back here in the woodland. So I'm excited to see how they grow. And I'll keep you posted on I'll do a whole special on the rustic garden bed once I get more planted and once more of it fills in. And if you've rooted them in water, it's really important to keep them well watered, especially that first week or two. Coleus do like a lot of water. I'm gonna water this whole bed, settle them in, but they're used to water culture. So keep them moist for the first couple weeks, and then they'll really throw down lots more roots. Give this bed a whole nice water. I'm excited. I think that you can already see pops of brightness where I've put the Coleus. And if they do really well, I can take cuttings and spread it around a little more. And I tucked the darker variety Coleus cuttings over here. I think they're going to be really pretty along this hilltop path. And I think that this one, when it grows new leaves, may have some of that bright pink on it. I think it might be the painted Coleus. So if I end up with 2 varieties in there, that'll be even nicer. But I think it'll look great up here, and it does get afternoon dappled shade. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be sure to keep you updated on how these Coleus settle in and brighten my rustic garden bed.